National Highway will have bridges and overpasses built for pedestrians, and while inspecting the work, Prime Minister Rama blamed the previous government for having left the road unfinished. Experts have opposed the 6% VAT set for audiovisual commercials, with Buya Bendo explaining that this initiative does not bring any positive effect and is being done only to favour a close group of people. Expired medications have again caused a clash between the Democratic Party and the Ministry of Health, as MP Bart Spahia accused the minister of serving the mafia with medicines. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Friday the 2nd of November 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. As one of the constitutional judges who crushed the Maritime Pact with Greece in 2009, Sokol Sadushi thinks that today we are again at a phase where the process is blocked. He states that there should be no agreement with the neighbouring state without consulting with the Constitutional Court. As such, the Constitution expert asked the Independent Qualification Commission to pass the members for the Appointment Council in Justice with priority and in order to establish the Constitutional Court as soon as possible. Sadushi clarifies that the new names for the Appointments Council in Justice should arrive on the 15th of November in the presidency. From December 1 to 5, Meta has the right to veto any nominations. If the head of state refuses any on December 10th, the draft will be thrown by the Speaker of the Assembly, which will resolve the cramp. Despite the need for a qualitative process, the director of the Magistrates School encourages the Independent Qualification Commission to accelerate the vetting process. For the situation in the Magistrates School, Sadushi blames the political class. Prime Minister Rama conducted an inspection on the Kukus Marina axis, where a bridge is being constructed, taking the opportunity to accuse the opposition of concluding work before all the main elements had been completed. Prime Minister Rama said that the National Highway, with the funding that will come from the tolls paid by the drivers, will have all the security parameters. It was promoted for things that were not done. Debts remained. There were miles left without being completed. They have done a great part, but the finalisation of this work is very important because here it was that entire bottleneck creating all the accidents and emergency situations. What is most important is that, in parallel with the completion of investments for the National Highway, we now have all the security elements thanks to the payment of tolls for the road. It is a good thing here that there is no kind of feeling of dissatisfaction. On the contrary, there is full understanding and everybody is contributing. On the other hand, the necessity for this contribution is that the government and the maintenance company respond with the maximum correctness, with standards and certainly with perfect surfaces throughout the highway, declared Rama. Meanwhile, Minister Damianjik Nouri said that with new interventions, the problem of accidents will be solved. According to official statistics, this is a finished road, but in fact, we are finishing it. According to the contract, it will be properly maintained by the concession company, so we will have a very convenient system and ultimately avoid all the problems it has had, even removing it as a source of accidents, stated Damianjik Nouri. The director of the Albanian Road Authority, Afrim Cendro, promised that the bridge's construction will be completed within a year. We are nearing completion of the bridges on the Kukus Marine axis. There is a very special bridge with a very high altitude because of the technological order of the works. We predict that in the coming year, this bridge will be completed, as well as bridge number 5 and all other bridges. Also, we have 2 other contracts. We have a contract from Marina to bridge 5 at a value of 2.4 billion lek. Meanwhile, from Kukus to Marine, because of the road safety elements, the community does not communicate with each other. We have begun the work, and within December, we will also set up 3 pedestrian crossings. We have also finally solved the problems for the village of Kobret, which had been isolated by the first project, explained Afrim Cendro. The budget foreseen by the Executive Authority for Local Government in 2019 is considered insufficient by the mayors. The Mayor of Kamsa Municipality and the Mayor of Malaysia Mother have requested a revision of the draft, saying that there is a lack of financing for infrastructure, forests and floods. But for Ahmetai, the allocation of funds was made according to need, not with a political radar. The Finance Chief warned municipalities to settle overdue obligations, otherwise they will receive fewer funds from the budget. Municipal representatives have expressed reservations about the implementation of the new property tax, even blaming the delays on the Finance Ministry. But Arben Ahmetai says that after January 1, there will be no tolerance. Including audiovisual media advertising in the value-added tax scheme at a rate of around 6% is being seen as an opportunity to favour a close group of people. Buya Bendo, an accounting expert, clarified that this initiative does not bring anything positive for the economy or the public. According to Bendo, the VAT application of 6% for advertising complicates the implementation of the scheme. This government decision comes at an inadequate moment for the media, as the official data shows that there has been a fall in revenue for 2017. The 10 leading media companies in Albania reported a decline of 4% compared to 2016. The Democratic Party has called out the issue of expired medicines that, according to them, are contained at the pharmaceutical depot of the University Medical Centre of Tirana Mother Teresa. Speaking from the Blue headquarters, MP Barth Spahia accused Minister Manastirliu of serving private pharmaceutical companies, which, by donating the expired medicines to the Medical Centre of Tirana, save money for their disposal. Earlier, an investigation by the BIRN news agency found that 15 tonnes, or 93% of the medicines at the Central Pharmacy of Mother Teresa Hospital have expired. The scandalous news was silently passed over by the government to cover its service to mafia medicine. Since being appointed in duty 5 years ago, Ogerta Manastirliu, in a criminal act and violation of the law, has allowed the medicines in the hospital's pharmaceutical depot to expire. This is as a result of constantly accepting suspicious tenders in short-term medicines, the destruction of which has very high costs. In this case, the University Medical Centre of Tirana Mother Teresa's pharmaceutical depot is being used as a garbage bin to clean up the warehouses of some private companies. This act saves them hundreds of millions of lek for the disposal of expired medicines, concluded Barth Spahia. Minister Manastirliu reacted immediately. She assures the citizens that there are no medicines in circulation that have passed the expiration date. I have an answer for those who reopened the sack of expired slander. I assure citizens and patients that in the University Medical Centre of Tirana Mother Teresa Pharmacy there are no medicines expired because each is handled by a verification team. It enters the pharmacy under a digitised system and surrenders to the services controlled by the responsible teams. Regarding expired medication that accumulated from 2009 and ongoing, in the depot of the Medical Centre of Tirana, the procedure of their disposal has been conducted based on the legislation in force, responded Manastirliu. The minister adds that the destruction procedure has begun for the expired drugs accumulated in the University Medical Centre of Tirana Mother Teresa stores since 2009. Mayor of Tirana, Arion Veliai, continued the tree planting action in the area known as the former aviation field in Unit 7. He appealed to all newlyweds and new parents to celebrate their important life events by planting a tree. As we pilot the process, we will not make it a condition, but we will encourage all those who marry or register newborn children to plant a tree. Moving forward, we see this as an opportunity to place as a condition on this in the future. Only in Unit 7, where every day 3 couples are married, we could plant 1,000 trees a year. If every unit planted 1,000 trees a year from marriages and the 2,000 to 3,000 births, we would really have a much friendlier city, said Arion Veliai. He also called on businesses in Tirana, as well as any other citizen, to join the tree planting initiative to leave their heritage on the future of the city. He expressed with his conviction that Tirana, throughout this new planting season, will break the record of the last year. I want to invite businesses and building administrators each to choose a place in their area, suggested Veliai. Trees are the only thing that can be planted at any time, on rainy days, sunny days, throughout the months from November to April. I believe that we will break the record we had by planting 150,000 trees in a year. The beginning looks good, but everyone must contribute. The state and the municipality can do some things, but some other things require contribution and help from all. I look forward to seeing new couples and those who register their newborn children in Tirana together with the relevant certifications to get their own label to plant a new tree for a new life and a new family coming to our town, expressed Veliai. The Mayor emphasised that also this season the municipality of Tirana will organise the planting campaign not only in parks but in every square, street and neighbourhood of the city. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.